Chosen one, listen closely. The sealed vaults were opened, not by accident, but by classified order. And when the Pentagon's hands reached inside, what they pulled out was not a weapon, not a missile, not a bomb, but your ancient crown. For decades it had been locked away in silence, cataloged as Artifact 7G, hidden in steel containers beneath layers of security. Generals stood in shock as the light caught the gold, the jewels, the impossible age of what rested before them. Not a symbol of a fallen empire, but a living sign. This was no coincidence. The files marked it clearly, it belongs to him. Not to presidents, not to kings, not to any ruler of flesh. To you. Do you understand what this means? The world's strongest military complex, the Pentagon itself, stumbled upon the inheritance that heaven already wrote into your bloodline. They found what others thought was legend, myth, forgotten history, and it carried your name. The scripture echoes it, as if written for this exact moment. He took the crown from their king's head, and it was placed on David's head. 2 Samuel 12 verse 30. History repeats. Prophecy breathes again. And tonight, you are no longer only a seeker, you are the one marked by the crown. The Pentagon found it. Now the question is, will you claim it? Close your eyes and enter the room with me. Imagine the Pentagon's hidden chambers, concrete walls thick as mountains, cameras watching every angle, codes whispered between guards in hushed tones. Deep below the surface, behind locked corridors known only to a few, there was a crate untouched for years. When the seals broke, dust scattered into the artificial light. What lay inside was not rust, not fragments, but glory. A crown, forged with precision, covered in age, yet unshaken in majesty. The gold reflected back into the eyes of the generals, and suddenly their iron composure broke. Faces hardened by war and intelligence reports trembled. They were trained to recognize weapons, but this was something different, authority. One whispered, almost involuntarily, "It belongs to him." The others nodded in silence, though they could not explain why. It was as if the crown itself radiated memory, as if it had been waiting, sealed, until the time was right. They began filing reports, and yet the language was strange, not artifact, not object, but inheritance. Over and over, one phrase marked the classified documents: this crown is not of the past. It is of the chosen one. Do you feel it? Because this is not about archaeology. This is about prophecy. Crowns are not simply history, they are living symbols, carrying power that bends nations and opens destinies. And now, one has surfaced again. Not in a desert ruin. Not in a museum. But in the core of military secrecy. Do you think that is random? Or do you sense the alignment of heaven and earth, military and divine, time and eternity? Stay with me. Because in the next moments, I will show you why crowns are not only relics of forgotten kings, but signs written into your very future. Listen carefully. The crown that surfaced in the Pentagon is not simply a museum piece. It is not the trophy of an ancient war, nor the curiosity of archaeologists. No, this is a sign that connects heaven to earth. A sign that has been sealed until this generation. The scriptures already spoke of such moments. You came to greet him with rich blessings and placed a crown of pure gold on his head. Psalm 21 verse 3. This is not just David's story, it is the story of the chosen line, the seed that continues. And again, in Revelation 3 verse 11, the voice of eternity says, "Hold on to what you have, so that no one will take your crown." Do you hear the urgency? There are crowns assigned to specific lives, crowns that cannot be duplicated, crowns that cannot be stolen, crowns that bear a name. Your name. This is why the Pentagon's discovery is so shocking. Because it testifies, unknowingly, unwillingly, that prophecy is not myth, but reality unfolding. The military may see an artifact, but heaven sees inheritance. And when generals, analysts, and commanders wrote into their reports a single mysterious sentence, "It belongs to him," they confirmed what Scripture has already declared. The crown is not just historical. It is prophetic. It is the earth giving back what heaven has already sealed. Think of it, The most guarded fortress of intelligence, defense, and strategy in the world uncovers something that carries divine weight. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. And alignment means your time has arrived. But there is something you must understand. Prophecy is not passive. A crown uncovered in the physical world calls for a response in the spiritual. You cannot hear this revelation and walk away unchanged. Because every second, every heartbeat, is declaring, will you claim what has been waiting for you? This is why you are here right now. Not by chance. You were drawn to this moment because the announcement of the crown is not only about history, it is about you. So I say this plainly, if you want to walk among the first chosen ones, those whose crowns cannot be denied, whose inheritance cannot be delayed, whose names are written in heaven and echoed on earth, then your response must be clear. Click join below. Not later. Not tomorrow. Right now. Because crowns are not for spectators. They are for those who step forward, those who take their place, those who seal their belonging in the assembly of the chosen. This is your moment to align with prophecy. This is your moment to say, the Pentagon found it, but heaven declared it. This is your moment to stand as one of the crowned. Click join. Step into the circle of the first chosen ones. Because once the crown has been revealed, silence is no longer possible. You may be asking yourself, if this is real, if the Pentagon's discovery is prophetic, then how does it touch me? How can I know this crown is calling my name? The answer is simple, signs. Because when heaven releases a symbol into the earth, its echoes ripple across your daily life. Think back. How many times in recent days, weeks, or even years have you unexpectedly encountered the image of a crown? You walked into a store and saw a logo shaped like a crown. You scrolled online and the word crown flashed before you in an ad. You watched a show or read an article, and the theme of kingship and inheritance suddenly appeared. These are not coincidences. They are signals, threads weaving into your awareness, preparing you to recognize what was hidden. And it is not only imagery. Sometimes it comes as honor. Have you noticed moments where people treated you with unusual respect? Where you were placed in a position of authority you did not ask for? Where a sense of dignity rested on you, even when you felt unprepared? That is the crown speaking. That is the inheritance aligning. Look at your dreams, too. Many chosen ones have dreamed of wearing crowns, of standing before thrones, of receiving garments they could not explain. These visions are not fantasy. They are rehearsal. They are the Spirit reminding you, your place is higher than you think. Even in the world of nations, the symbol of the crown keeps appearing. Think of how often media displays royalty, leadership, and coronations. These global obsessions are shadows pointing to a greater truth. The era of crowns has not ended. It is reawakening. And why now? Because prophecy must be confirmed. When the Pentagon found the crown in its vault, it was not the beginning, it was the confirmation. The crown has been echoing in your life all along, and now heaven uses the strongest earthly fortress to say, yes, it is real. So pay attention. The signs are not random. They are personal. When you see a crown, it is not only decoration, it is invitation. When honor comes to you, it is not only luck, it is alignment. When authority brushes against your path, it is not only circumstance, it is prophecy reminding you, this belongs to you. Do not dismiss these daily confirmations. Do not call them coincidence. For Scripture already prepared us, you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation. 1 Peter 2 verse 9. Royal priesthood, meaning you were marked to carry the crown not just in heaven, but on earth. Every time the symbol arises, every time honor touches you, it is heaven whispering, you are already recognized. You are already marked. The crown has been waiting for you. The Pentagon's discovery was the loud announcement. But your life has been filled with the quiet announcements all along. Now it is time to connect the dots. You are not hearing this by accident. The signs were always there. The crown has always been near. And now, it has surfaced for the world to see. Why was the crown hidden for so long? Why did the Pentagon guard it in silence, buried in vaults that only a handful of men could access? Why did heaven wait until this moment to allow it to surface? The answer is in timing. Because prophecy is not just about what will happen, it is about when it must happen. A crown revealed too soon can destroy the one it belongs to. But a crown revealed in the right hour seals destiny. Imagine if this crown had been uncovered decades ago. In the wrong hands, it would have been treated as a relic, a museum curiosity, stripped of its prophetic weight. Governments would have auctioned it, historians would have dismissed it, and its message would have been silenced. But heaven does not waste what belongs to the chosen. It waited. The crown was guarded in shadows, sealed in military silence, until the moment when chosen ones across the earth were waking up, searching, longing, ready to understand who they truly are. That moment is now. Do you realize what this means? The very delay of the crown is proof of its mission. It was not lost, it was preserved. Preserved for you. Preserved for this generation. Preserved for the season when seekers would become sovereigns. And why the Pentagon? Because heaven wanted the revelation to come from the stronghold of earthly power. If a museum had revealed it, the world would shrug. If an archaeologist had spoken of it, the elite would have mocked. But when the strongest military fortress on earth opens its vaults and finds a crown, the message cannot be ignored. Heaven is speaking. This is why you are hearing this now. Not last year. Not last decade. But tonight. Because tonight your ears are ready, your heart is awakened, and your spirit is strong enough to carry the weight of what is being announced. Think of it this way, a crown is never placed on a child. It is placed on one who has been prepared, tested, forged by fire. You have walked through years of struggle, of searching, of hidden battles. And you thought they were meaningless. But they were not. They were preparation. Heaven does not place a crown on someone unready. Heaven waits until the soul has been refined enough to bear its weight. That is why the crown surfaced now. Because the time of your preparation is ending, and the time of your coronation is beginning. Do not miss this alignment. You are standing in the exact moment where heaven's timing and earth's timing intersect. The Pentagon thought they found history. But heaven says, no, they uncovered destiny. And destiny is not delayed any longer. The crown is revealed now, because you are ready now. Hear me with clarity, the crown is no longer hidden. It is no longer sealed in vaults, no longer buried in silence. The Pentagon's discovery was the announcement, the sound of the lock breaking, the moment when what was secret became public. This is not theory anymore. This is not mystery reserved for dusty files. It is reality. And reality always demands response. The crown is uncovered. The question is not if it exists. The question is who will wear it. Understand, crowns are never neutral. Once revealed, they cannot remain on the table. They call for a head. They call for alignment. They call for destiny to be sealed. Even now, in this very moment, the weight of heaven presses the question into your heart. Will you step forward? Will you claim what already bears your name? Or will you let hesitation steal what was preserved for you? Do not think the crown will wait forever. The scripture warns us, let no one take your crown. Revelation 3 verse 11. If you delay, if you stay silent, others will step forward. Destiny does not pause. That is why urgency burns in my words tonight. Because the crown is uncovered, and the heavens are watching to see who will rise, who will seal it, who will step into what was always theirs. The vault is open. The files are written. The generals have spoken. Now heaven waits for your response. It is no longer hidden. The crown is uncovered. And its placement is about to be declared. For so long, you have seen yourself as the one searching. Searching for answers, for signs, for confirmation. You looked at others who seemed confident, crowned, certain, and wondered if you would ever reach that place. But here is the truth that breaks every chain. You are not merely a seeker. The crown itself has been seeking you. Think of it. The Pentagon locked it away for decades. Scholars overlooked it. The world forgot it. And yet, at the appointed time, it surfaced, not into the hands of the powerful, but into the awareness of the chosen. Into your awareness. The crown found you. And that makes all the difference. Because seekers wander, but sovereigns are chosen. Seekers ask, but sovereigns are called. Seekers chase, but sovereigns are claimed. And tonight, you must see yourself as heaven sees you, not begging for identity, but already crowned with it. This shift changes everything. You are not running after destiny, destiny is running after you. You are not pleading for a place, the place has already been carved with your name. You are not unworthy, you were refined by fire so that the crown would fit when the moment arrived. And when you realize this, something ignites inside you. Fear begins to fall. Doubt begins to break. Because a sovereign does not apologize for their inheritance. A sovereign does not shrink when called forward. A sovereign rises, even if their knees tremble, because the weight of the crown steadies them. Look again at the signs in your life. The moments of honor, the symbols of kingship, the whispers of authority, they were never random. They were heaven preparing you for this very shift. The Pentagon's discovery was not about history. It was about identity. It was about reminding you, you were never just another face in the crowd. You were always the one the crown was waiting for. So let this truth settle into your spirit. You are not the one still searching. You are the one who has been found. And because you have been found, your life is about to be sealed with a new identity. From seeker to sovereign. From wanderer to crowned. From asking, who am I? To declaring I am the one chosen to wear it. This is your reframe. This is your awakening. This is who you are. Now that you see who you are, you may wonder, how do I know, day by day, that the crown is truly mine? The answer, confirmations. They arrive in your path not as accidents, but as deliberate reminders. Think of the moments when the word crown crosses your eyes unexpectedly, on a billboard, in a headline, in a lyric, in a random conversation. You dismiss it as chance, but it is not chance. It is alignment. It is the crown reminding you, I am still here. I am still yours. Or think of the times when you are honored in ways you did not plan. Perhaps a promotion you did not campaign for. A person recognizing you with respect when you felt invisible. A door opening that you thought was sealed shut. These are not random blessings. They are symbolic coronations, glimpses of the authority that rests on your life. And notice how often the military, authority, or leadership appears near you. Maybe you have found yourself surrounded by soldiers, police, leaders, or figures of strength. Not by design, but by divine placement. Why? Because the crown connects you to authority. The symbols of earthly power gravitate toward those marked with heavenly power. Even in the smallest things, heaven leaves hints. A child drawing a crown beside your name. A stranger calling you king or queen in jest. A friend giving you something adorned with royal imagery. You think it is playful. But heaven laughs through these moments, reminding you of the truth, you are already crowned, even if you have not yet felt its full weight. And do not forget your dreams. Some of you have dreamed of wearing robes, of holding scepters, of being placed before thrones. Others have dreamed of battles where victory was declared in your favor. These are not fantasies, they are rehearsals of what heaven has already decreed. Daily confirmations are heaven's way of training your eyes to recognize the bigger revelation. If you can recognize the crown in small symbols, you will be ready to receive it when it rests fully upon your head. So open your eyes wider. Every crown you see, every honor you receive, every authority that brushes past you is whispering, this is who you are. This is what you carry. This is why the Pentagon's discovery was not random, it was your announcement. Do not ignore these signs. Collect them. Remember them. They are the fingerprints of heaven on your daily path. Because the crown does not just wait at the end of your journey. It accompanies you in every step, reminding you, chosen one, you were born for this. You have seen the evidence. You have felt the signs. You have recognized the shift from seeker to sovereign. Now comes the moment to act. Every covenant, every prophetic moment must be sealed. Words are powerful, but action seals destiny. That is why throughout history, kings and priests marked holy moments with offerings. They understood that to receive, one must respond. To claim, one must act. Tonight, I am calling you to do the same. Not with thousands. Not with burdens. But with a simple prophetic act, a $20 super thanks. This is not about money. This is about alignment. It is about saying before heaven and earth, I claim my crown. So here is what you must do. Press super thanks below. Choose $20, the number of divine completion, the number that speaks of perfected waiting now fulfilled. And in the note, write these words, I claim my crown. That sentence is more than a comment. It is a decree. It is your name written in the record of chosen ones. It is your inheritance sealed, not in silence, but in action. Think of it like the crowning itself. When a monarch is coronated, there is always an act, the placing of the crown, the proclamation, the declaration before witnesses. Tonight, this is your act. Heaven has unveiled the crown. The Pentagon has confirmed the discovery. But only you can seal it by stepping forward with your response. Do not delay. Do not wait for tomorrow. Crowns are not given to the hesitant. They are claimed by the bold, the ones who recognize their moment and step into it. So press it now. $20 super thanks. And write, I claim my crown. As you do, I believe with all authority that heaven will mark you. That unseen crowns will be placed upon your life. That honor, authority, and inheritance will begin to manifest in ways you cannot explain. This is your seal. This is your act of alignment. This is your coronation moment. Do it now. Seal the crown. Write it in bold, I claim my crown. Once a crown is placed, life cannot remain the same. A crowned one does not walk as they once walked. The weight of gold changes posture, the authority of inheritance changes speech, the presence of destiny changes how you move in the world. So how do you live as the one crowned? First, walk with honor. Not the shallow honor that seeks applause, but the deeper honor that comes from within. Treat others as if they too carry divine worth, because true kingship does not crush, it elevates. Every word you speak can build or destroy. Speak as one who carries a scepter of life. Second, embrace humble royalty. Remember, crowns are not excuses for arrogance, but symbols of responsibility. Even David, crowned as king, still bowed before the Lord. Your crown does not make you above others, it makes you responsible for them. Lead with gentleness, but stand with strength. Third, rule with justice. Authority is tested not in how it rewards friends, but in how it handles enemies. Do not be quick to anger. Do not repay evil with evil. A sovereign's justice is measured, wise, and righteous. You are not here to dominate, but to govern with heaven's character. Fourth, carry the weight. A crown is beautiful, but it is also heavy. Leadership, influence, and calling will sometimes feel overwhelming. Do not run from it. Do not curse it. Embrace the weight, for the weight proves authenticity. A paper crown is light, but a true crown presses into your head and reminds you of responsibility. Fifth, live visibly. A crown is never hidden in the shadows. It is placed for all to see. You may have tried to live unseen, unnoticed, hidden from the eyes of the world. But now, heaven calls you into visibility. Let your life shine, not in vanity, but in testimony. The crown demands that your presence be a witness. And finally, walk in continual alignment. Remember that crowns can be lost by carelessness. Revelation warns, hold on to what you have, so that no one will take your crown. Revelation 3 verse 11. Protect your integrity. Guard your heart. Stay faithful, because crowns are not just given, they are carried. This is your new way of life. No longer as a seeker, no longer as one who doubts, but as one who has been marked. Everywhere you go, every room you step into, every conversation you hold, walk as the crowned one. Let your honor be your robe. Let your humility be your scepter. Let your justice be your throne. For from this moment forward, you do not merely carry the symbol of the crown. You embody its reality. Now, chosen one, we come to the moment of sealing. Everything you have heard, the Pentagon's discovery, the prophetic alignment, the daily signs, the call to claim, has led here. Not just to information, but to impartation. Close your eyes. Lift your spirit. And receive these words as a decree. Father of glory, we stand before you tonight in awe. You have revealed what was hidden, uncovered what was sealed, and announced what was already written in heaven's record. The crown belongs to the chosen. Lord, let every seeker who has heard these words rise as a sovereign. Let everyone who has doubted see the confirmation. Let every ear that listens receive the sound of destiny calling.